My name is Cyndy Gordon, and I am the Patient Care Executive at Adventist Health and Rideout. I have been a nurse since 1980. A nurse is someone that wants to touch and heal, and they want to make a difference to a patient, someone in need, a person that is hurting, whether it is psychologically, spiritually, or physically. We want to be able to help make a difference for that patient and their family. Nursing teaches you that anything is possible. You see people at the very worst of times, and you see grace and you see dignity, and sometimes it's just an honor to be able to be part of that, to provide one part of the care. One of the stories that I tell is of a patient that I was working in the cath lab. And this particular patient came in and she was in the process of having an MI, a big heart attack. And she reminded me of my mother, and I instantly connected with her. And she said to me, she said, "Cyndy, I am so scared. Will you hold my hand?" And so I went to the head of the bed and was holding her hand. And I technically was the most trained nurse available to help at that time. But that's where she needed me. So I stayed there with her, and we took her up to the cath lab, and she eventually passed away. And I was holding her hand and keeping eye contact as long as I could. And when I left the room, her husband was coming down the hall, and he was asking where his wife was. And I said, "Let me go get the doctor for you." And he grabbed me by the shoulders and he said, "Where is my wife? Take me to my wife." And I said, I am so sorry, your wife didn't make it." And he was a big man, and he just kind of slid down the wall and started sobbing. And I slid down the wall and I started crying too. And he said, "We promised each other that we would never let each other, die alone." And I was able to say to him, she wasn't alone, I was with her. And she knew my name, and I was holding her hand. And so it really doesn't have to be all about technology. Sometimes it can be about touch and making a difference in ways that you never think of when you come to work in the morning.